Hey y'all, Ariel here. Welcome back to my channel. So I already did my brows. Now I'm going to take my Milani concealer and go ahead and base my lid. This is going to act as the eyeshadow base to make sure that I have full coverage. I'm just going to tap, 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 pat, 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 swiper, no swiping. And I'm going to use my Fiery 2.0 palette from Beauty Bay. I'm going to take these brown shades. I took a more brick color. And then I went in with the deepest, darkest shades. I want this super smoky, chocolatey lid today. And I've been gravitating towards a lot of brown eyeshadow looks lately. I added a little razzle dazzle at the end and added my little rhinestones. But I just feel like brown eyeshadow or like a smoky black eyeshadow look is super good for the fall. It's super good for like the holidays because it gives you that fierceness. I just feel like brown eyeshadow goes really, really well with like a trench coat, with your furs and things like that. It just elevates the look, especially if you're wearing like your accessories. Me personally, I love gold jewelry, but it's up to you. I just feel like it just elevates the look whenever you're doing some type of color on your lid during the holidays. It's just gonna make you look like you're that luxury type girl and you're just well put together. We love that, okay? So I went in with the deepest, darkest shade of brown I could find out of that palette. And I just stamped it on. This was super quick and super easy, y'all. I only used like 2 to 3 shades of eyeshadow colors. And that's the look. So now I'm going to take my Sephora eyeliner and create my wing. I think I'm going to do the black smoky eyeshadow look next because that it's gonna look so fire. And then with a red lip, or even if you wanted to do a nude lip, like, tis the season, okay? Tis the season to add a color to your lip or to your lid. It just elevates the look, I promise y'all. When you have your little boots on and things like that, got your scarf on. Me personally, I love to wear berets and things like that. So yeah, it just makes you look so well put together, okay? So now I'm just going to add my Airy Winkle lashes in the style Vivacious. Period. Boom. Now I'm going to take this Kosas. It's basically like a spray-on serum. And then I took my NYX as well as my e.l.f. primers. Sometimes I like to build my primers up. So sometimes I'll use one primer and then other days I'll use 2 primers or 3 primers. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I wanted to make sure that my face was nice and hydrated because lately my face has been flaking a little bit, especially around my chin area. So yeah. Now I'm going to take my Morphe Prep and Set as well as my NARS in Iguazu as well as my Too Faced in Spiced Rum. My beauty blender is on the dry side, but it's still a little damp. And then I just took this paintbrush to help me paint this foundation on. So I went in with Iguazu first and then I applied the Too Faced after. I feel like I have to use Iguazu because of my neck. And then I'll use Spice Rum because it's more so my actual foundation shade. And that's a pro tip as well. Never be ashamed or afraid to mix and match your foundations because we're not just one solid shade. Power to you if you are, but our melanin is multiple variations and different shades and different dimensions to our face. Like, y'all get what I'm saying? Like, we're not just one solid color. There's different regions to where you're darker in one spot or lighter in another spot. So you have to kind of find balance and just do your science experiment. I will forever say makeup is like a science experiment because it really is. So once you have the method down pat, everything else will actually come to you eventually. So now I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Sand. Warm Sand and Butterscotch are so similar. Like, they're literally the same shade color. I just feel like Warm Sand is a little less yellow. So I'm just going to paint it on with my paintbrush. We're literally creating artwork on the face. I love that for me, okay? And I'm going to take another beauty blender from Airy Winkle. And we're just going to tap, 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 pat, 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 swiping, no swiping. This sponge isn't completely dry, but it's not all the way down. It's more so on the dry side, but it's not dry. and we just tapped and blend everything out. I love to take my time and just hold my mirror up because I do wear contacts. Sometimes the transfer is real. I hate when concealer gets upon my contact lenses because it never comes out. Okay, I'll just have to dispose and throw my contacts away. So I wasn't satisfied with my coverage. I went in with my Thread Beauty concealers. I get a lot of questions about this concealer. You can find those at Target, y'all. I absolutely love them. They're only like $8 and they're nice and creamy. But I feel like you have to build the coverage up because they're so seamless. So now I'm going to go in and blend some more. I allowed it to set so it can kind of settle. So once that shine goes away, that's how I know, like, okay, Ariel, it's time to blend the product out. Once I do that, I'm going to take that sponge I had for foundation and just blend everything more seamlessly, as well as this brush as well. I like to go in the little tiny little crevices with a smaller brush with foundation. And then once I blend everything out, I'm just going to take my pressed powder and my ABH and lock this concealer area in place. Wherever you have a liquid, you need to make sure that you're locking it in with a powder. I don't care if you're oily. I don't care if you're dry. You need to make sure that you find products that are coinciding with your skin type. Do not think just because you're oily that you can't set your face or vice versa. You still need to set your face. You just need to find a powder that's not super duper dry on your skin if you know that you're dry skin. You don't need something that's going to be super duper dewy or like, you know, radiant if you know you're oily. You want to make sure that you have the opposite of your skin type, please. Okay, listen. Yeah. So now I'm going to take my blush from Juvia's Place Volume 4. And as well as my bronzer. I forever love this bronzer, y'all. I feel like I want to try something different, though, because I don't know. If it's not broken, I'm not fixing it. Y'all know, like, y'all get me. I just love what I love. And if it's going to get me the beat that I want, hey, I'm going to continue using it. But I do want to get a few more products to where I can, you know, alternate. So now I'm just baking basically with my Laura Mercier translucent honey powder and my Huda Beauty. I feel like I want to go a shade down with my Laura because it's becoming a little too ashy looking, even though I'm doing the steps correctly. But the season change, and sometimes like in the wintertime, I get a little bit brighter, I feel. And it's starting to make me look a little ashy. So either I'll have to go in with the more natural face powder shade or go a shade darker with my Laura. So I'll probably invest in getting the darker shade powder now. And then boom. I love a lot of powder. That's just me personally. You do not have to do this, y'all, but I love that baby doll look. I love that lifted effect. Again, you don't have to do it, but that's me, and I'm gonna jam. I'm gonna turn up, cause period. So I added some highlight on my cheeks. I really wanted a full glam look today, and I got so many compliments. So I was like, let me go ahead and edit this, because I was actually going to throw this footage in the trash, okay? But I was like, no, let me deliver for the girls, okay? Y'all asked, and you always going to get what you want, because I like to spoil y'all, because period, okay? And then I took my Trendsetter lip liner from Morphe, as well as Macchiato. I think it's Macchiato from Juvia's Place. Y'all, I do not remember the products that I used. Only reason why I know is because I'm showing the product. But this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you did enjoy this video, leave me a purple heart. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.